this is the dawn of a new era, but it's not a good era, because we had a supposed, golden age from the previous rule of Samrat Irâcarâca, but he has, well, before I tell you what happened to him in a moment, but I would like to say now that the Chola Empire, which is basically controlled about little more than half, or just half of the entire Indian subcontinent, but now the Chola Empire is in danger, and the danger is from within, not from foreign power. No, it's from within, because this new era is an era of trouble, as I would describe it. And the reason for that is that we have a new Samrat who is not Tamil, but Bengali. I mean, that's one thing, but look at the age. 0 years old. He was born on the 18th of October. He's weeks old. What happened to Irâcarâca, the crew? He was murdered. But the murder isn't the correct description, because this was more of a... Oh, there's so much meat in the bone to be talking about this. I don't know if that's a correct sentencing of that. I mean, I know it is for some West people, and I don't know about you Indian viewers of what that meant exactly, but I'll try to explain this as much as I can. I mean, as a big of a vocabulary as I tend to have, but I don't know if that'll be good enough. What happened on the previous episode, for those who did not see the previous episode, Samrat Irâcarâca, the crew who wasn't a good, member of the Great Trade League due to his upbringing. He was just a bad person. The only good thing he had in him is erudite, he was shrewd, and he was a master physician due to being an academy graduate. Originally, his niece was to be ruling the empire, which would have made the Chola dynasty and its bloodlines more prestigious. But now it looks like it's endangered. I mean, the Chola dynasty will continue, it's just this line of the empire builders is in danger. Because somehow, as he was murdered, then came his only son, despite the fact he was never married and never had children, but yet says parent with no known mother. But let me tell you why. What happened was Irâcarâca went on a quest for immortality, in which he was able to complete all the steps under the tutelage of one Jyotisena, if she's still here. Jyotisena. No? I know she was Sinhala, so did she return back home to Sri Lanka? No? I mean, there was a woman named Jyotisena. I mean, again, she was a young girl who her Jyotisena the gentle. Yes, she will not marry. And yes, she was very smart for a child of her age. She was patient, she was quick, and a Buddhist. She taught Irâcarâca to go through these steps of the karma and the fasting and whatnot. So he completed all that, and then she offered him a draught, a potion, if you will. And so he drank that potion, and it was said that his soul left his body and went into a new one as a form of reincarnation. So now she's taken up residence to the fallen empire of Tibet. No. Well. Okay, and now here's, Prananarayan. That's a Bengali name, of a Bengali culture. Yes, he does have the same traits as the previous ruler, hence the stronger case of saying that he's the reincarnation of Irâcarâca. Which doesn't sit well for many of the vassals because they hated him. what makes it a bit more problematic is look at his caste. He's a Brahmin. That is an Indian caste of priests and scholars, the highest in the caste hierarchy, instead of Kshatriya, which is the warriors and kings, which is the the ones that are supposed to run an empire like this. So, if I were to make up something of why is this Samrat a Brahmin? I mean, it's not unheard of that there were Brahmin Samrats or Brahmin emperors to Westerners. It's not unheard of. For instance, Pushyamitra, who founded the Shunga Shunga Empire that originated from Magad, that inherited what was left of the Mauryan Empire after the last Mauryan emperor was assassinated. And then you got this Brahmin emperor, and yes, there was even another caste example here for Kshatriya, Mayor, what the heck? For Vaishya, that's the third caste, traders and artisans, which that even the Gupta Empire came from that caste, rather than Kshatriya. Even the ones that before the Mauryans, the Nandas, they were Sudra. The founder was a Sudra because, son of a barber. And mind you, Shudra is not represented in this game of the fourth caste, which is, by the way, it's the servant caste. Serviceman, if you will, to some. But now, we got a Brahmin, a newborn Brahmin, running an empire. And one would think that, why was he classified as a Brahmin instead of a Kshatriya like his predecessor? Well, if I were to make up a story, just for role-playing reasons, this baby was weeks old, and is apparently Bengali, which you could see probably came from Magad or West Bengal, or due to the supposed father's upbringing. No, not upbringing. When he converted his culture to Bengali. So, he's taken up an orphanage, and is going to be raised as Bengali, unless Tamil. Back to the way we were. And just to live it up to... Also, by the way, I cannot change it back to Kshatriya because I'm not saying it's not possible for the rest of this character's life. I think it would have to be wait to become an adult. Or just role-playing of being if I even survive Regency, because, that makes me a huge target for assassination plots. Let's get a little bit of money. But you know what? Get me a court position. If it's a Brahmin, I like to be educated as a Brahmin. And I know my educator's Kshatriya, but if I was to be a Brahmin, then I might as well be raised as a Brahmin. Even though it's very, very controversial. Again, most hated person in the Empire right now because of that. The only person that respects, well, very few people respect me, such as Pujari, which they understand. Another Pujari likes me, and some don't like me because of opinion of predecessor, and some are zealous, like the zealous Jainians. Oh, and I forgot dying control Kutch, which I want no part of it, so I'll give you Kutch, which I cannot because of Regency. It must be approved by the Regency, but in the Council, well, everyone but you. Thanks. So I would say, well, I'm screwed. And if I get killed, then this man, who is the heir of the Chola Empire, which he lives there. But the problem is, no bloodline, no famous bloodline. So the less prestigious Chola side of the dynasty still exists. So if I get killed, then as I said, the line of the empire builders will end, and a new line of Chola would begin to rule, even though if you were to go back ancestry-wise to his father, A bunch of Dhammapat. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe some of that was due to the month. So this is Chola. This is Chola. There's Chola. Yeah, it was the line that was originally the Jayan Cholas. Vijayaditya the First of Charanadu. Parantaka the Second, who was Jayan. That's where it originated. Yeah, it originated from him, whose father was Vikramaditya the Lame, and mother was Kandaka Devi, the one that we used to describe her as the Helen of Troy of India, or the Indian Helen of Troy, because of what happened in that conflict over in Andhra Pradesh. So yes, their family line originated from the long time ago, from the old, what I would describe as the Jayan era of the history of Tamilakam, long before the separate line of the Empire Builder, as I would call it, referring to these two bloodlines founded by Iraj Devaraja, in which, again, if we lose that, then, man, they're not exactly last of their kind. I mean, they're still around, but now it's the Kannada Cholas, are the ones that are running things. So it would be hard-pressed for that family to try to get back up onto that ladder of these Kshatriyas, and now I'm a Brahmin. So, we made Chola Mandala prestigious enough, so I was about to say, should we put focus on Madurai? Someplace else? No, Tenkasi. That place is less prestigious. So let's just try to run the empire a bit, even though civil war is highly likely. And that's partly the reason why I'm calling that retinue back here. Quickly as you can. Yeah. We gotta have it organized, so we better get here quickly before war breaks out, all hell breaks loose, all that and more. So as I said, everybody hates me. I'm likely a target of assassination, but due to these traits that inherited from the predecessor, I do have some degree of learning and intrigue. Which means I can use all the books that could be required. Already wearing the jewelry for a week's old baby. Diplomacy ain't going anywhere, so I was about to say, should I put more emphasis on intrigue books if we got any? Ah, here's one. Oh yeah, we already equipped those type of books. Here's another intrigue book. Here's the intrigue book. And this may sound out of the ordinary. Oh, intrigue book 2. Oh, so that's 4 equipped. Let's put the rest on learning. One would think is that person is well educated, especially with the Sanskrit and Vedic texts, which is just, set on the book, as well as some foreign books from Europe. And that here too. So there you have it, just increased intrigue and learning. Make it look like when this child grows up to be 6 and receives his childhood focus, that child is already bright. And when he becomes 8 years old, he'll write a book. That's if he survives Regency. Again, the Brahmin Samrat who is Chola Bengali. But the line of the empire builders is in danger. So I look for a competent court physician, or give me a competent whatnot. What is it? I asked the guards. Baby's first words. I heard this, the classic of poetry, one of explains from Samrat Irâcarâca. He says, if I want to keep it, we'll store it for you, master. We'll need some maintenance though. Look at that. Intrigue +9 and learning 8. When you have more intrigue, that means it's just up on the plot defense from potential assassinations. And you got so much learning that you could write a book. But, of course, that's not until you become 8 years old, where you're allowed to compose a book. Since I got all this money, sponsored to the university, and how much grace? Hey, can I request a... Oh, thank you. That's if I really need something from you. Look at all these peace deals. You know, request a peace deal. Just in case. Just in case if the Empire goes to heck. And I could send him a eunuch. In which is courtier, though Brahmin. He's got a problem with me because ruler is of wrong caste. So I'm gonna have to send you away despite your well-learned person. So get out of here. And we'll use that to sponsor it and get some Chinese books for potential students. So, we cannot put a price on a heirloom like this. Spare no expense. And called me a filthy brute. You kiss your mother with that mouth with those type of words? Oh boy. If I do manage to survive Regency by then, I think I will most likely, I don't know, join a monastic society. Just do it like them. But at least have some children. There, reportedly lives a Tengri mystic not far from our borders. Even though he's a heathen, the locals respect him and return him to times of need. Rumors say that this mystic named Biluk is able to call healing spirits into the bodies of his patients. He'd be able to take up residence at the court for a small fee. I don't trust him. Well, get me a Brahmin physician. Oh, this Pujari's got a lot of years in me, you know? Even though he's a greedy bastard, but still. But hey, look, we're both Brahmins, right? So, I want you to be my guardian. As in, me, yes, me. Or whoever. Ding, ding, ding. He'll like it. There's his new court position now. And in addition, just to get your opinion up a bit more, he will be the man to organize the feast and domestic entertainment. So yes. Anything else? That's alright. It's like at least I want some respect. Even though he lacks funds, but you'll do. And where are you from? He's from Tagadur. Yeah, that mandir's been there for a while. So all we could do now is just, well, war's about to break out because people cannot accept the fact that they've heard about the rumors, and this boy is being raised by a Brahmin, so therefore it jumps to the conclusion of people that it says, the Samrat is a Brahmin, should be Kshatriya! That's breaking the social order! Well, there's a saying we say in the West. Well, maybe to me being from Texas and all. You don't bring a boy to do a man's job. Or, trying to think of another example. You can't you can't let a guy who... That's like saying a blue-collar working class fella tells a businessman that he shouldn't be president. Yeah, that's one of those things. But mind you, be careful about what you say regarding the caste system. I cannot judge that. That's a totally Indian thing. But they're not the only ones. There were other countries in the past that the caste system was applied, and that sort of thing. It's very sensitive issues, so I will shut the F up about it, and just say that this is a very unusual circumstance that I may not survive Regency. War could potentially break out, and there's so many factions, which their lack of unity would just... Honestly, I wanted, well, what do you mean I? We know the predecessor wanted Kudaka Devi to run the Empire, as they claim it. I wish I could, you know, wish I would just give in to those claims. Where the heck? Well, that's up to them. And they're gonna need backers, which they ain't gonna get that anytime. We could make arrests, but that would make things worse than it already needs to be. And I can't be giving away money. We'll save up money for mercenaries in case war breaks out. So we ain't sending gifts to nobody. Not to mention all these trade goods that Irâcarâca had. We're selling them. Oh, by the way, there's also a Sumenesco revolt ongoing, which they fully occupied that area because we had a presence there, and we tried to spread Hinduism in that region, and it failed, as they're reduced to one county now. Yeah, it's just only them. Oh boy. What else? Is there an assassination plot against me? No. Not at all. And now there's high taxes, which won't matter because of the structures we built in this fortified temple, which stage 4 will be done during the reign of what's your name again? Prananarayan. Prananarayan. Narayan is the alternate name for Vishnu. Find a place for you. Once again, newborn baby says burn the apostate. Even though the man's a Brahmin who has his wife in prison. Well, I'm sure she'll be set free by the new owner. And I'm not too fond of this guy because he's a master schemer. He could be the one to be the end of me. Not out of the woods yet, as this threat level... Oh. Threat level this, and dangerous faction is being reduced slightly. Oh, and dismiss the guard since we don't have a member of Trade League anymore. Another raving mob of Sumenesco infidels have risen up in Kostroma, reinforcing the ongoing uprising. There's a new regent, Holo the Nun. Well, Shindu, which, mind you, that was from the previous ruler. That was Great Trade League stuff related. That can't be good. They've increased it. People want to have more power in the council because they're tired of living a dictatorship of sorts. By the way, where are these guys? Well, they're staying there, so might as well give it up. We ain't taking it back, so... Well, we can't surrender either until their war score is at 100%, which will go up automatically. Which I would lose a lot of prestige and karma, and the Hindu moral authority goes down, and he gets the Raj. And when you talk of karma, I just saw that option. I put a lot of money on him, so hopefully someone will get his. Knowing that I would lose a huge amount of karma, I'll be sure to hire a holy man before all this is said and done. Survived my first year. Yep, I'm a Brahmin, as they say, being raised by a Brahmin, who may not be the most moralistic teacher, but at least it's something. And thanks to our vassals, they continue to make some gains on the Bengal region, which I appreciated highly. But the problem is that would also make more powerful kingdoms and factions or whatnot. So again, retinue is here, just to protect our homeland from a huge civil war that may erupt anytime. And nobody, interestingly enough, has a plot to assassinate me. Yeah, too bad I can't call for a guru. That's an adult stuff. More money. Okay, again. Should war break out, it's going to be a bunch of kingdoms, so it'll be a huge civil war, unlike anything that the Indian subcontinent has ever seen. What? 100% war score? Does that mean they managed to send the troops across the steppes in this way? Chola did it. That territory is saved. Okay, maybe my reputation will be restored to the... Have some dignity. So thank you, vassals. But it ain't gonna sway the masses. Because I think, it's about that time. Well, I could change to local culture, back to Tamil, which is our original. But I will still have that Bengali name. And of course that would make me lose the ability to get the rest of that, but honestly, the realm is so small it can't be defended, so Hindustani man, or kingdoms and whatnot, could easily subjugate him. Easily. So, we shouldn't worry about that. Whereas whereas the Bedouins of Rajputana at Sindh, different case. Especially some of them. I mean, look, here's an example. Can't subjugate them because they're not of an Indian culture. So that has to be of a totally different case. That we can subjugate in the future. Of course, that would be a waste, and just say that, oh, we'll vassalize them somehow, forcefully. So yes, a holy war to grab this enclave here by the Kalingas. At least we're still expanding, so I'm thinking, yeah, I should switch back to Tamil because remember where you live. Remember your heritage. I catch myself thinking in the Tamil language all the time. I govern the Tamil people of Chola, but am I truly one of them? Yeah, it's a good trade. Again, I'm being raised by a Tamil, so what the heck. That's just to please some people. For too long, you have restricted the political influence of your vassals. The time has come to give the council more power. Submit to this demand peacefully or face the consequences. Rest assured, I've gathered others who are equally upset. So again, we're up against Karnataka, Malwa, Maharashtra, Bihar, Arnata, Tamil Nadu, Koshala. That's a lot of manpower. That would far outnumber me, but I will not be blackmailed, but this is going to be a tragic war. Because, you know, the real question is, who's loyal? Oh, yeah. We are reduced to 16,000 strong, and they have a lot more troops. It's led by this Jain ruler from Karnataka. So their capital is not far from it, but those who are loyal to us are Delhi, Gondwana, Kalinga, also known as Orissa, and Andhra, and Telangana. And those little Rajas. So yeah, this is a Chola civil war, and it's an imperial civil war. Civil war unlike any other, and do not forget Sri Lanka. If you can, somehow, some way, get the Chola Mandalum. And those that they cannot march here, you will have to get through by ship if you are separated from the territory. So get on board, set sail to the capital, we'll assemble together. And those who are close enough can march, including you guys. But you just have to, well, just bypass it there as they assemble at their capital there. You can go too. As for some of you, well, you're on your own. Just try to safest route. The safest route would be through there. No. You guys from Gondwana. You were heading to Kalinga territory. I know, those from Gujarat, get on board. And the ones from Delhi, Gujarat is the safest way, and you'll be boarded on those ships too. Oh, actually. And most of the council has left me. It's against my better judgment, but... busy. You still got a malcontent council regardless, but at least try to collect taxes and train the troops, because we need additional reinforcements. And sabotage that province as a way if we're gonna try to weaken that capital bit whenever we take on the full march there. There, go there too, meet up. So this is it then. Largest civil war ever. And there is not a single plot to assassinate me. Maybe the high intrigue skill has paid off. Also, give me a holy man. I was looking for one. You know, someone more wise than my current guardian, because he's greedy and whatnot. But you're a Brahmin. Or what make you the new? Maybe new. Man, there's some really good people. Actually, it doesn't matter who you hire. They will still dislike you because of wrong caste. But for landed Brahmins, they're okay with it, so... make it so we'll get along together, you and I. You're the only one I can rely on. That's why I wish you were regent. And I can't designate you that. I'm at the mercy of some of the others. And in addition, for the first time, the temple retinue guards are in action, as we'll raise them here. This is the temple retinue. 1,000 light infantry and 500 heavy. They will be assembled together here. Remember, they outnumber us, but we're gonna go down. We're gonna go down fighting. And we hope no one takes advantage, the foreign powers, to... shoot. Go down this way instead, take the long route. Reinforcements are en route. They're already sieging territory. And there's not a darn thing we can do about it. So I fear that the main battle is going to be in Chola. God dang, that's expensive. But is there anything cheaper where we can build defenses and fast? I need a new steward. by what you think of me, Brahmin Caste and all, I'm gonna make you the new steward. And you are going to build defenses fast. Council is no longer discontent. It'll be done next month. Get ready to pick up the rest. They're still on their way. Could fight a piece of that army. Remember, we still have our very best. Since we're Hindu holy warrior commanders here, interestingly, the leader is Jain, so I don't know if that would fight easier, despite being outnumbered, but it seems they're not all in it together. We'll have first contact with them up there. Should be easy. Because we have elephants, they don't. Likes wealth, but doesn't like Iranian cultures. Alright. Continue to assemble. Get ready for a pickup. Well, this one will be done in a month. Oh, hell. Well, that's a lot of them. Yeah, the fort level is so high that they cannot assault it. There it is. There's another thing you can build. Alright, the entire Imperial Army is here. Oh my god, I forgot about you guys. Make your way there. Let them have their fun. Do not begin your advance. A giant groomed woman. Go for it. Just gotta get everybody on board. And if when we fight this massive battle with them one day, if it doesn't go well, get mercenaries. As we continue to build the capital's defenses in response to this conflict and in future conflicts. So that way we'll no longer be vulnerable to any kind of assault. Oh, they're taking parts of Magad that we own. Alright, everyone's here. Let's get moving. Now they're in Telugu lands. Priests from a local Hindu temple approached me asking for donations. They need to expand the temple with a new building in order to accommodate the growing number of worshippers. I will help you with a small donation. Hey, they're separate. If we can get that leader, which I don't know why he's not with the Grand Army, if we can get him imprisoned, this nonsense would be over. So we caught him in a trap. No, we didn't get him. So yeah, I'm sure they heard of us. It's Plains territory, so I don't know about this. We do have one bit of heavy cavalry, wherever that may be. So it's the biggest battle that India will ever see since the Chinese invasion of Gujarat. We may be losing an occupation, but soon we will take it back. After this big battle, if we can neutralize the Grand Army, and therefore they can't make any offenses. Again, a young Brahmin emperor. Pay close attention. So they may be winning a sieges, but we're going to win a big battle. They only have one war elephant, but they have way more heavy infantry than we do. But I got more elephants. We have way more archers. Somebody killed one of their enemy commanders. Because it was a Jay Grant I recognized, but I guess they got him. We're winning. But we took a lot of casualties in the process. probably got injured during the battle and then died later. Yes, it was a big victory, but let's just retake the holding and see what will their next move be. Yeah, the army of the north are occupying parts of Magad and Bengal. And they're actually going to reassemble up there. And they're assaulting. Are those mercenaries he's hired? Yes, mercenary army down there. Kind of appalled that they have not sent their armies this way. But remember, it's not an independence war, and it's... What? You want white peace? Asks me to surrender. Despite the fact we beat you in a great battle, I can understand your bravery. As for he is a member of the Bulls of Rishabha. That's a Jain holy order. So he's like, I would like you to surrender, young boy. Increase the council. And I'm sure, look, Regent doesn't like me, but my guardian does. And if he were to ask me some little sage advice, he would tell me, no, save the Empire. So I say, hell no. War will continue. And I'm sure, Vijama is like that young fool. Yeah, young fool is right. Charaka. Get him. Go back to your own grand army. We will retake this territory in what we can. Yeah, they're most likely going to retreat and reassemble there, so... We might as well start making offensive moves. Our usual staging posts for the foreign wars. I don't suppose we have any siege guys, do we? No. Commanders are getting old. Hey. Blast. Send you a concubine. Kinswoman. She ain't all that wise, so give it to her. I need some siege engineers. Yeah. Oh, put them to use immediately. Good timing. Oh wow, holy warrior, way of the leopard. Put you there. We got a man who's a duelist. Switch it up to collect taxes. So, yeah, they occupy most of our territories. Well, we're gonna have to start occupying theirs. In addition, if they want to take it, they're gonna have to go through the fort. We don't usually do that unless there's an expeditionary war. losing money big time. And this is due to some of the upkeep. Levies, retinue. So you've spent well on these defenses. Yeah, the Grand Army is now assembled, so they're coming down. You up the defense a little. It's just to delay them when they try to retake the holdings. We usually build forts during, in our previous years when we're off to tribal or nomadic lands. Plan's working so far. Now it's the glorious temple of Chola, which at this time of crisis we can't spend on it for the last two features. So now we have connection to one of the enclaves, which they're in serious need of liberation. But if we were going to fight them there, then fight we shall have. Here comes the Grand Army. No need for nicknames. Just a holy warrior, let it be known. Yeah, I think he's coming back to get that piece of territory back. Trade egg? Yeah. No, he's going to a mid-dock. And he's assaulting that area already. Head to that. Ruler's dead. Vijama the Young died succumbing to severe injuries. Probably happened during one of those battles. Now it's Jagareas now leads to the revolt. At least he doesn't have any weapons in him. Here we go. Second battle at Middock. Out! What are you? Remember to get your flanker. We have a lot of cover on this flank, so therefore we'll put you there. I still say no to your surrender. We will never give up. Never surrender. I'm too young to understand the concept of surrender. symbol changed, it's because of just a little thing. Maybe it's just successional changes. But regardless, so after after we retake these holdings here, this place will be besieged next and will be connected to another enclave of ours. Going back up to Magad and the Bengal would be out of the question because it's far, far from our relevant objectives. He's passed. Oh, so who's this? Atto Raja from the Wheel of Life and Death. I noticed your current situation and just couldn't stop myself from getting involved. Your enemies are my enemies and they will taste my blade. May we both find glory and honor. Where are you from? You are from here? But you serve the rebellion. Indirectly. Doesn't make you my ally, so... Was it just words of encouragement, you tell me? This way. He's hired more mercenaries. Yeah, my old guardian has passed. Whatever happened to him. So hopefully give me another good Brahmin. Don't want a foreign pagan. Silk Road merchants recently arrived at Chola Mandal. My guards report that under the guise of providing free medical examinations, this Shogu used the opportunity to preach the gospel of money. The guard's locked over his own good. Perhaps he could work with me as a physician. Terrible! Get me another holy man. See any better? No. Not a good person to be tutored by. What I need is a guru. It's like, look, I don't mind high learning, but I prefer someone with good morals. And not a mystic. Last chance. Giant, but no. Go find a local Pujari. There's hardly anybody pure good guys around here. Or we look to a different source. It all depends on them, of course. It's like, who's got good traits? Mostly good. Found calling as a son of city. How on earth? That's a maybe. Also, what a shocked him. But honestly, look for someone of very high learning, as we always have. See, there's a very nice person. Again, a learning skill would have at least 15 to be qualified as court physician. Oddly Hindu with no caste. Actually, let's go back. Let me send you a bit of money. And come to court because I want you to be my guardian. But as for a court position, it's against my better wishes, but it's gonna be you. Not because you're Bengali, it's just moral-wise. I was Bengali once. Most valuable Pujari today. Sabotage the capital there. Sabotage defenses. Excellent. Can't catch them. Me, you idiot. Oh. If it ain't her, then someone else. Oh, Lonnie says way too low. Okay, forget about her. Brought her here for nothing. So instead, at least you got a little better, so I don't know about you. So I trust your judgment. Plus, we're both Tamil. Catch him. We destroyed his mercenary army. So now start sieging the area. Once you get them all, then we have connection with this other enclave. This is what you need to keep track of. If there's enemy sieges. They're eventually going to come down to this way or go to Medak again. Yeah, we'll take the river across the penalty, but we have more numbers. Just capture the leader and this rebellion is over. My goodness. I mean, I knew he was a bad guy, but I didn't think he would be this bad. And he's a known murderer, too. Dynastic Kinsler. Would that screw up the whole line of succession for me? Or could this go to Vikramaditya, which is of that prestigious bloodline? Oh, they're gonna hate me for this. Good news. The only son with 3 bloodlines. Now I'm a dynastic kinslayer. But do not worry. If when I turn 16 so I Regency, I will go straight to the Mata and become an ascetic. Get rid of all the bad traits. That's what I'm going to do once I'm an adult. Just finish this ridiculous civil war. All because not only they don't want to live under an absolute empire as it has been, but also the fact that they don't like a Brahmin ruling an empire. Like, if they don't want me, then I should follow Pavlik Brahmins. And then this prestigious bloodline of the Chola will be saved. Fight again. Now we can liberate this territory. It needs more karma. May never know in the future we'll fight a... well, I don't know. Some form of war. At least we'll be able to be reinforced through here. So we can't go up to Magadha in Bengal, so instead we're going to be working on down in the Deccan. Where's your grand army now? We got him. My regent. Get me a new regent. And it's the Chancellor, Maharaja of Delhi. He'll be the newest. Who's your educator? They say more towards stewardship, so yeah. Give the Trade League a second chance when his rule begins. Now to the capital. Doesn't matter who, just pick one. I was looking forward to another day of tormenting a tiger with name calling and kicks. He came up to me and gave me sweetmeat. Sweetmeat. Oh, hey. Thank you. Up the diplomacy skill a little. See, with that high learning, I mean, once you become an adult, you should go straight to the mouth and abdicate young. But of course, it would take a while. Tell the Anklet, that famous Tamil Sangam epic. One of my favorite stories to come from India, actually. Incited unrest. Peasants are... well, be careful, because we never know that Jain revolt could build up any time. See, look at that. We're making a comeback. 2 more holdings in the battle, and we should be good. Another piece of that territory from the Zoroastrians is now ours. Thank you. Make sure that doesn't happen again. Shakuntala. Assaulted already. we have your wife. And your children. And because we hold, as our prisoner, and I control the Deccan Empire, war scores at 100%. After I turned down 2 offers of surrender. So this 4-year war has finally ended, thus further consolidating the reign of the young Brahmin Samrat. I cannot enforce these demands because there's a foreigner out there who wishes to take it. This Manichaean. So we have to get up there and take these holdings back. So we're just going to beat the heck out of you one more time. And then move up north to fight them off. And by the way, since we have his air prisoner, put him in a house arrest so he doesn't die early. Make haste. Escaped. Harsa for Chola Empire. Oh God, not now. Alright, there's the enemy. So we have to take all these territories. Take them all back and quick. So my childhood focus on, let's see, despite the fact that I already have traits and want me to have more. Just take me to this route. Yes, I know they're retaking territories, but we have is there, so it won't matter. How about the Rajputs? Maybe they'll solve it. Yes, yes. Now will you surrender? My God. What now? Peasant revolt. Oh yeah, I noticed that. Guess I'll have to deal with that too. And quickly. Quickly before a second civil war breaks out and the Empire is lost. Suddenly I hear something moving around in the bushes next to me. I ask who's there, but there's no response. I should investigate. I'm curious. It was a big, disgusting rat. It hissed and bit me in the hand, and now it hurts. A lot. I'm glad I found out. It's also gone too. Is that all? Yes. Alright, war's finally ended. in which now the length of it was 4 years and 11 months of this devastating civil war, in which we do not hope for another one to erupt soon. I could usurp all these titles, the kingdoms. Oh, we can do that. But remember, if you do that, I can't give away titles if I'm regent. So we were able to save our empire from total annihilation and losing a bit of our territory. Now let's search the domain for resources while we're at it. Now the features, let's give it a go. Okay, how about this? I'm going to build up spikes because they could be used to execute prisoners and whatnot. Also better for siege defense. I want a positive opinion of me, so I will give them all house arrest. In which I will skip quite a bit of time fast because I'm still a child, so I can't really do much of anything. Especially with that threat level still up. And due to the chaos, I'm sure someone's going to get that county back, because that one became independent due to peasant revolt? No. Got out of it. Lucky bastards. Also lucky because I cannot declare any more wars, since we still have a defensive pact lock on us. Where's he going? He's going for Rajputana. I doubt he'll accomplish. Crusade for Jerusalem. Alright. But what part of Jerusalem? They ain't gonna get much of that. Not with that chaotic rule, huh? I'm talking about this piece of territory. As which I've said before, finally, something to get the Muslims off our backs. Even though we're already pretty well handled as Christian heathens. And we have so much money that we should continue to build all these structures. And an artifact vault as well, because no, citadel. You know, more on the defense for our capital. That as well. So let's just let the years pass gone by fast. I have very high learning skills, so I'm a very smart boy. Oh yeah, terrible person. Run him. You're also part of that revolt too, so... Okay, not the leader. You can go to... die. He did. I just want to remind the vassals how merciful I can be. Because I want to turn this life around. you could say, hey, I'm raised as a Brahmin, so therefore I should be a Brahmin. In a way of, joining the Avatmaita once I become an adult. And they call him the Jittery. The history of the Peloponnesian War. At least we don't have those type of wars here in India. Because that would be devastating also. Well, I'm 8 years old now, so... I was about to say, can I not compose a book? I mean, I'm old enough to compose a book and have the learning skill. Or is there something that's restricting me from doing so? Who knows? What? My lord, a huge diamond has been found in a mine in one of your provinces. It's truly one of the stones that are found once in every 5 centuries. The only question now is, of course, what do you wish to do with it? Well, as Samrat and 8 years old, you could say that was probably him asking me this question. And as a smart boy who knows a lot of things and watches the back because of good intrigue. Cursed diamond. Cursed crown diamond. Well, we got so much of that FU money, so, Cursed? Look, I'm already a bad person morally. So I'll just say, hide it in a treasure where it's safe. Don't wear it. So just keep it. I'll have a look at it at just a moment. Diamond. Diamond, diamond, diamond. This is a cursed diamond. A beautiful and glorious diamond of legendary proportions. Its owner seems to be continuously plagued by ceaseless series of unfortunate events. But it gives you more money and more prestige. But hey, at least I did not turn this thing into a crown, because one would think, cursed items, that could kill you, but as long as it's here as a passive artifact, since this has an unknown date, well, you don't have to worry about that. So let the child read to continue. I am busy ruling my realm, but in my free moments I take a pause and think of that beautiful large diamond that is hidden safe in my treasury. I am certain that no one else in the world has such a precious treasure. It's mine. All mine. Who is this Harsa? He lives all the heck way in the steppes. Can't put a hit on him, we can't invite him. And he ain't gonna be around for long. And all these Maharajas who still dislike me because of wrong caste, and some just want to be on the council. Hell, I'll make you spy master. Look, you've done great service. Give it to me. So just have to pass this time fast. One day, my guard captains come before me with great news. My lord, something terrible has happened. Thieves broke into the treasury last night and stole the great diamond. Nothing else is missing. Oh no. They took the diamond. It's gone. Sure. Spikes is finished. Okay, here's one more structure we're going to build. And you know about these diseases here in Chola man. So we're going to build heating pipes. A complex system of pipes and hot water keeps the floor of the building warm. No disease will ever come to Cholamandalam again. Oh, I totally forgot about this. Let's see here. More money is needed, so we'll build some piers. Piers to expand the harbor, and how much trade that can be conducted there. How much is for the next stage? Here you go. Do it. We'll still get more money through many incoming means. We're playing outside today, and several of the other children are daring me to climb the tallest watchtower. I'm not afraid. I'm smart. It's from the Princess of the Ganga Kingdom. I rapidly climbed on the top of the tower, but when climbing down again, I slipped. The fall was very painful, but luckily it wasn't very high up. Now I'm rowdy, which is something that you shouldn't live that type of lifestyle. Yeah, or something. No need for rivalry, plus he's a weak boy. So I guess we could try to get more diplomacy. Just more on base. The Kingdom of Jerusalem has been formed. And this man, of a French origin, yeah, that's where he came from. He's now the King of Jerusalem. So now the Christians have a presence there, which at least Muslims now can fight against them and not bother us Indians, which I'm okay with. Too bad I still can't compose a book. You will learn patience. Those guys are fast as lightning. Heating pipes is finished, so therefore the temple is complete. Entirely. And yet that temple was finished at the time of the devastating civil war. More diplomacy. Ups the base more, but me being a dynastic kinslayer doesn't help. Oh, different Kunakadevi. Oh yeah, way too many traits. Definite red flag for that. Geez, she's ambitious already. Who taught you that? Was it from her? Maybe. There's the future heir of the Empire, but fortunately he's dull. Which you thought Promise is gonna look up to him with... Nah, not quite. But he's still going to be the heir of the Empire now, because I don't have a future for the Empire. We don't want to be running a Brahmin Chola dynasty. I mean, that's ridiculous. And everybody in the Empire knows it. Except for the landed Pujaris. And for Jains and Buddhists around, they don't care. Because they don't follow the caste. I'm 10. She paid for the affairs, will ya? Piers finished. Didn't know there was a Muslim moving here. '26th of May. He died on June 4th. Severe injuries. Okay. It's been a long day outside, and Barid Mirzad says it's time to head back home. He's carrying some heavy bags, and maybe this time I can beat him. Hey, race me! He chased me and then caught me. Maybe next time I can run fast enough. He's so fast. Well, he's about as learned as me. Not exactly a boy genius, but we know what you mean. Wheatfield and Kutch. Oh well. Just take what you can get. It was a delight tormenting Urun, calling him Urun the cowardly chicken and the other epithets that didn't work. Punches, kicks, destroying his things. He was easy prey till he punched back. Oh, my nose, you will pay for this. Subjugation war against the Maharaja of Gujarat and Rajputana. Oh, you're finally gonna make it happen. Take it to the Empire. It appears my services are no longer required, my liege. I shall hereby give you the trade goods out of my possession and let you manage the trading. It was the honor. So you was a member of the trade league and he left, and he decides to give that stuff to me. Which of course it's gonna be for sale. I'll stop this episode in a moment. I'll stop when I turn 12 years old. So that way you'll know what it'll be like for his proper education as we get this huge amount of money going. Okay. Let's stop here. When my guardian cited me to his studies, I thought it was time for another boring lecture on manners or morals. However, as I entered the room with an open Buddha Vakana resting on his lap, he proceeds to explain some of the essential matters and says that the Pujari has gone wrong. This is stupid. So, not really too fond of where this may lead to, and I said that, hey, the fastest way to get things done is to have a good learning skill. I thought, well, I'm a Brahmin, and I want him to be ruling the Empire in the future because of this bloodline, especially with this area with more prestige in Indo-Aryan opinion, which is why I called this the more prestigious line of the Chola dynasty. So I'm gonna go for learning, even though this may lead me to a bad one. But with him on the side, we hope it'll be better. So, we hope for the empire to calm itself down, and we hope that Gujarat, Rajputana, would be part of the empire, finally. And then, and we'll hope for something more in the future, this uncertain future of this Brahmin Samrat. On the next episode, as he will pick up more traits, and hopefully he'll turn his life around and become an ascetic. Because he has no future in this empire. He has no place in this social hierarchy. So we gotta give Vikramaditya his due. So we hope to see it in the next episode. Until then, so long for now.